Hello everyone, myself Chintan Upadhyay, students of class 5th. Today we are going to learn about the continued topic, that is grammar, which is covered in first chapter, The Boy Who Drew Cats. Okay, so we are moving to grammar, right? So the topic is present participle. What is present participle? यानी कि प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल क्या है, तो आज हम उसकी डेफिनेशन भी देखेंगे और उसमें से हम समझेंगे कि वो एक्चुअली क्या कहना चाह रहा है। प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल हम कब यूज़ कर सकते हैं, हमें कैसे समझना है, तो आइए हम समझते हैं साथ में। ओके, अब प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल कब हम यूज़ कर सकें, जबकि व्हेन वी वांट टू टॉक और राइट एन एक्शन। राइट एन एक्शन मीन्स जब हम किसी के बारे में, अगर किसी के बारे में हम बोल रहे हैं या कोई एक्शन के बारे में अगर हमें लिखना है, एक्शन यानी जो हम क्रिया, जो कार्य हम कर रहे हैं, जो अभी प्रोसेस में हो, प्रोसेस में यानी कि ऑन गोइंग, चल रहा हो, अभी तक खत्म नहीं हुआ हो, उसको बोलेंगे प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल। अभी प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल हम किसके थ्रू दिखा सकते हैं, तो दिखा सकते हैं उसके पीछे ऐड करके ING। अगर उसके पीछे हम कोई वर्ब के पीछे ING लगा रहे हैं तो वो बनेगा हमारा प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल। तो मैं आपको डेफिनेशन और एग्जाम्पल के साथ अभी समझा रहा हूँ, जो मैंने ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे लिखी हुई है डेफिनेशन। क्या है प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल की डेफिनेशन, तो सबसे पहले मैं रीड कर रहा हूँ कि जब when we use present participle to talk about, when we want to talk or write about an action that is going on, that is going on, यानी एक्शन जो एक परफॉर्म हो रहा है, जो अभी तक खत्म नहीं हुआ है लेकिन अभी तक वो चालू है, उसकी प्रोसेस चालू है, इसलिए उसको बोलते हैं प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल। क्यों? क्योंकि हम उसके एक्शन के बारे में क्या कर रहे हैं, बात कर रहे हैं या फिर लिख रहे हैं, जो एक्शन अभी गोइंग ऑन है उसके बारे में। ओके, उसके बाद है कि प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल कैसे बनाना है, हमें कैसे उसका परफॉर्म करेंगे, कैसे उसको एग्जाम्पल के साथ में आपको समझा रहा हूँ। तो उससे पहले एग्जाम्पल में जाए उससे पहले एक छोटी सी लाइन है जो हमें लिखनी है और समझनी है। जैसे कि प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल्स आर फॉर्म्ड बाय एडिंग ING टू द वर्ब। एक वर्ब आपको दिया हुआ होगा, उसके अंदर आपको क्या करना है, ING उसमें ऐड करना है, तो बन जाएगा प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल। ओके, तो मैं यहाँ पे एक एग्जाम्पल छोटा सा लिख रहा हूँ आपके सामने, जैसे कि WORK, ये है वर्क, जिसको हम बोलेंगे वर्ब। अभी उसके पीछे हमें क्या लगाना है, ING, तब जाके क्या बनेगा हमारा प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल। तो प्लस ING इज इक्वल टू WORK ING, तो ये बना हमारा प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल वर्किंग। अंडरस्टूड स्टूडेंट्स? ओके, सो बिफोर वी प्रोसीड टू रूल्स में जाएं उससे पहले मैं आपको बोल रहा हूं कि सबसे पहले आप ये डेफिनेशन एग्जाम्पल के साथ यहाँ पे अपनी नोटबुक में लिख लेंगे। ओके, आफ्टर कंप्लीशन ऑफ डेफिनेशन कंप्लीट खत्म हो जाने के बाद हम अभी जा रहे हैं रूल्स में कि ING कैसे लगाना है, कब लगाना है और कहां पर लगाना है। तो रूल नंबर 1, रूल्स टू add ING to the verbs। तो उसमें है रूल नंबर 1, when a verb ends in a silent E, ends in a silent E, the E is dropped before adding the ING। अभी रूल नंबर 1 कुछ इस तरह सा है कि कब हम ING लगा सकते हैं, जब when a verb एंड्स इन अ साइलेंट ई, यानी कि हमारा जो गिवन वर्ब है उसके लास्ट में, उसके आखिर में ई आता हो, तब हमें क्या करना है, वह ई लास्ट लेटर को निकाल देना है और फिर हमें लगाना है आईएनजी। तो मैं आपको एग्जाम्पल के साथ समझा रहा हूं यहाँ पे। फॉर एग्जाम्पल CLOSE, ये है हमारा वर्ब क्लोज। अभी उसको हमें आईएनजी करना है, तो सबसे पहले हम क्या करेंगे, क्लोज करने के लिए सबसे पहले हमें किसको माइनस करना है, माइनस ई, यानी हमें ई को निकाल देना है। फिर करेंगे प्लस आईएनजी, उसमें क्या ऐड ऑन करना है, आईएनजी, ई को माइनस कर देंगे तो हमारा वर्ब कुछ इस तरह से बनेगा CLOSING, तब जाके बनेगा हमारा क्लोजिंग। यानी कि लास्ट लेटर अगर साइलेंट ई यानी उसका प्रोनाउंसिएशन साइलेंटली होता हो तो वह ई को हमें ड्रॉप्ड यानी निकाल देना है। निकालने के बाद हमें आईएनजी ऐड करना है, जो मैंने आपको एग्जांपल में यहाँ पर समझाया है। सो स्टूडेंट्स, बिफोर वी प्रोसीड टू रूल नंबर 2, नोट डाउन this example with rule and with example. Okay, now rule number 2. When a verb ends in an E which is not silent, then the E is not dropped before adding ing। यानी कि स्टूडेंट्स, ऐसा ई जिसका प्रोनाउंसिएशन साइलेंट ना हो और उसके पीछे अगर हमें आईएनजी लगाना है तो वो ई को हमें निकालना नहीं है। नॉट ड्रॉप्ड यानी कि हमें उसको हटाना नहीं है। क्यों? क्योंकि वह साइलेंट नहीं है प्रोनाउंसिएशन। तो मैं आपको एग्जाम्पल के साथ समझा रहा हूँ यहाँ पे। एग्जाम्पल BE प्लस ING। तो ओवर हियर बी के साथ ई का भी यहाँ पे प्रोनाउंसिएशन हो रहा है, इसलिए हम इसको निकालेंगे नहीं, बल्कि क्या करेंगे, उसको रखेंगे और उसके साथ साथ आईएनजी को भी ऐड करेंगे। तो यहाँ पे मैं बना रहा हूँ BEING, बीइंग। एग्जाम्पल नंबर 2, SEE प्लस ING। यहाँ पे लास्ट में लेटर तो ई है। आपको क्वेश्चंस होगा स्टूडेंट्स की क्यों यहाँ पे ई है। वो तो रूल नंबर 1 में ऐसा था कि अगर ई साइलेंट हो तो हमें ड्रॉप करना है ई को, लेकिन यहाँ पे रूल नंबर 2 में ऐसा है कि वर्ब के आखिर में यानी लास्ट में ई खत्म हो रहा हो लेकिन उसका प्रोनाउंसिएशन हो रहा हो, वो साइलेंट ना हो, तो हमें वह ई को ऐसा ही रखना है, उसके साथ ऐड करना है। जैसे कि यहाँ पे बन रहा है SEEING, सीइंग। क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे ई का भी प्रोनाउंसिएशन हो रहा है। नाउ ये डेफिनेशन रूल नंबर 2 और उसके साथ एग्जाम्पल आप लिख सकते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल BE प्लस ING is equal to BEING, being, SEE plus ING is equal to seeing. Now see students, over here rule number 1 we saw that at and when the verb ends in E, at that point of time we have to remove E. But now what over here is, the rule number 2 is, when a verb ends in an E which is not silent. Before rule number 1, when the verb ends with silent, but over here the verb is not ends with silent E. So at that point of time the E is not dropped before adding ing. That means over here we can see that be, be. So at the end we pronounce the word E also. Let's say be, be. At that point of time we are pronouncing the letter E. So over here E is not silent. So at that point of time we not have to drop or not have to remove the E, and for that reason what we have to do is we have to add ing with this word. Let's say being, being. Understand, students? Because the verb is not ends with the silent E. Why? Because we are pronouncing be. So for that what we are doing is we are not removing we are not dropping the last E, but we are adding ing with that E. Okay. Now students, complete this definition or rule number 2 of past participle. Okay, now we are moving to rule number 3. Rule number 3. When a verb ends in IE, the IE is changed to Y before adding the ing. Now I am writing examples. Let's say DIE plus DIE minus IE plus Y plus ing. So the word becomes DYING. Example number 2, LIE minus IE plus Y plus ing. So the word becomes LYING. Now I am explaining rule number 3 to you, that is, when a verb ends in IE, then the IE is changed to Y before adding the ing. Now students, what we have to do is, see, there is a verb DIE. Now what we have to do is, why? Because the verb ends with IE. So what we have to do is, we have to remove IE. We have to remove IE and we have to add Y in that verb. Let's say, see, I am doing minus IE. That means we have to remove this IE. What we have to add instead of IE? We have to add Y over here, and then at the end of that verb we have to add ing. So the verb becomes DYING. Once again I am explaining. See students, there is one verb DIE, as rule number 3 says that as and when the verb ends with IE, we have to remove IE first and then we have to add Y. Once again I am explaining DIE. Over here the verb IE ends. So what we have to do is we have to remove. That means we are minus IE. What we have to add? We have to add Y. So plus Y and then at the end we have to add ing. So plus ing. So now what we are doing is we are removing IE. So first we have to write D over here. We have to minus IE. That means we need not have to write IE. Now what we have to do is we have to add Y. So forget this IE because we have to minus it. Now you have to write Y and then ing. So the word becomes DYING, dying. Clear, students? Okay. Now students, please note down rule number 3 with example in your notebook. Then we will move to rule number 4. Okay, now we are moving to rule number 4. Students, these are the rules to add ing to the given verbs. So please don't forget. Now rule number 4, that is when a verb ends in Y, ing directly added to it. For example, FLY plus ing, the verb becomes FLY ing. PLAY plus ing, so next verb becomes PLAYING. Now students, once again let me explain this, though it's very simple and it's very easy to understand or to understand. That is, when a verb ends in Y, see over here the verb is given over here FLY. So over here last letter is Y, that means it ends in Y. Then what we have to do is we have to directly add ing to the given verb, that is FLY plus ing. So directly new verb becomes FLY ing, as simple as that. Now students, we are moving to exercise that you have to add ing to given verb. Use the present participle of the verbs given. Now the verbs already given in bracket, you have to just see that given verb and you have to add ing to them. So number 1, the children are dash in bracket play a game. Now student, what you have to do is you have to just make a present participle of given verb. That means we have to add ing. So I am doing one for you to make you guys understand, that is PLAY. You have to just simply add ing to given verb. Now the sentence become the children are playing a game. Rest I am writing over here, you have to complete it by your own. Some students are dash in bracket dance to the music. Number 3, the teachers are dash in bracket sing songs. Number 4, the boy who got hurt is dash in bracket cry, cry. Number 5, some of the students are in bracket lie, lie on the grass. Number 6, everyone is dash in bracket enjoy the picnic. Now students, you have to just simply add ing. Now how you do is you have to go through the rules, means there are 4 rules how to add ing to the given verb, which I explained before this topic. Now based on that you have to fill all these given blanks in your you have to write and fill in the blanks in your notebook. So students, please note down these blanks with the given question. Okay, now we are moving forward. Now we are moving forward to definition of gerund. Now students, the word gerund means it's a verb which is used as noun is known as gerund. Gerund is a verb, I am writing definition. A gerund is a verb which is used as a noun is known as gerund. Okay. Now students, based on that what we have to do is we have to solve the exercise which is given in textbook on page number 18. That means gerunds are also verbs which ends in ing. Let me include this in definition. Gerunds are also verbs which ends in ing. That means gerund is also ending with ing. Now I am giving one example to solve you by your home, by you guys. This is homework for you. See, it's a simple definition. Gerund is ending with ing. Okay, as simple as that, which we learn in past participle, that when we use a verb that is ends in ing, then it is also called a gerund. Okay, so now I am writing exercise. Students, please note down the definition of gerund, which I written over here. I am writing one example. Let's say riding is fun. Riding is fun. So over here the verb riding is known as gerund. Why? Because it ends with ing. Then we know that when the verb ends with ing, then it is known as gerund. Okay, now I am writing exercise for you as an homework. Now the question is underline the gerunds. Underline the gerunds in these sentences. Okay. Number 1, my cat's favorite activity is sleeping. Number 2, the children practiced walking with a book balanced on their hands. Number 3, we will also be meeting my younger brother who lives in Bangalore. And number 4, try finishing your work in time so you can come with us. Number 5, my mother enjoys listening to classical music. Number 6, my sister is good at playing basketball. Now see students, I am explaining one, that means how to underline the gerunds in given sentences. That see what we have to do is, as I explained before, that gerund is a verb which ends in ing. That means we have to see the verbs only ends in ing. So, sentence number 1, my cat's favorite activity is sleeping. So, we easily come to know that over here sleeping, the verb ends with ing. So, this is known as gerund, and that point of time you have to underline only the verbs which ends in ing is known as gerund. So, I already solved one for you. Students, please go through that, and now you have to write all these 6 sentences in your notebook. Okay, now we are moving to number 7. Number 7. Number 7, we postponed making any decision in the meeting. Number 8, do you recall seeing someone like that? Number 9, I am afraid of performing on the stage. Number 10, he insisted on us watching the TV show. So, students, what you have to do is you have to just underline the gerunds. That means the word which ends with ing. So, remaining 4 you have to write in notebooks. Please, students, please note down these sentences. Okay. So, students of class 5th, today we completed chapter number 1 over here, and you have to just complete the homework. That means today's homework which I already given, that is underline the gerunds and use or fill in the blanks with present participles. Thank you. Jai Shri Swaminarayan.